It's time! How you boys doing? Week 8 of college football. Some of us did well, others of us. Yeah.
Pretty impressive, I have to say.
Well, I got really screwed over with fucking Arkansas.
A little bit.
Well, that's
Blew, what was it, a 17-point lead in the second half at home to old freaking Miss.
Just little.
there's your first mistake, Jacob.
Yeah, well, your mistake was just making picks at all. You just should have just showed up.
Yeah.
Cam and Zach did all right, though. You guys had a couple dicey games there. You almost lost your 2 points there with Oregon.
Dude, I know.
Missed goal. Who would have thunk it?
Tigers did
I was just completely wrong
Man,
about
South Carolina was in there. I had a chance with that.
South Carolina did have a chance. That USC game just did me in.
Bad.
We were looking at
That was real
the
bad.
ticker on that certain 4-letter network before the game, and it gave stats on the UCF game for him, and then the USC game for me, and it was like Colorado's 0-21 against USC all time. And I was like, oh, great.
Memphis has
Great.
UCF.
Where was this stat when I was picking this game? And UCF was like 0-5 anytime. Or no, this was 0-5 anytime UCF was ranked.
No, they had never beaten UCF once since they entered
Oh,
FBS.
yeah, there it is. So that was pretty solid. Week 8,
Hate to see it.
we got, nice little tie for first. It's early. We'll see. Shout out to LSU for giving me 2 points.
Yeah. Give me a lot more than 2 points.
Yeah. Beat Bama.
We'll try.
Um,
Beat Florida.
Yeah, definitely a lot of upsets last week, week 7 of college football. Penn State goes down, my Dogs go down,
A lot of attempted
Washington
upsets,
go
too.
down. There was, a lot of close ones.
Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt supposed to be in Florida. UCF almost lost.
Yep.
A lot of close games, a lot of games that have reshaped the top 10 this week, which made this week not as fun for picks.
Some of these
But
just aren't as good
Yeah, I
as
mean, we thought last week was going to be a little weaker, but, I mean, we saw how that seemed to come out. So, I mean, it's college football. You never know.
trying to look forward to the next week, and it's like next week looks worse, and hopefully I'm just absolutely dead wrong. But I already know one game I got for sure, so I'm good to go. But I'll start it off here. Let me get to my picks. I need a boost. I don't like my position right now, so I went real damn ballsy.
Tell me about it.
Picked 3 upsets.
3. Oh, okay.
At TCU game, 7.5 spread currently. It's subject to change more than likely. I'm liking TCU. Both teams are 2-4 against the spread so far this year, but the Sooners are 0-4 in their last games against the spread. So let's go
Spread just doesn't like
Horned
them.
Frogs. We got Auburn at Ole Miss. Ole Miss can score a lot of points. Auburn can't. And neither of them can play defense. Mississippi's 3-1 at home this year. Games at Ole Miss. They're going to be in the Grove, partying hard on some fine chinery. I mean, Ole Miss's only home loss is Bama. So, I mean, that's pretty solid. Miss is also 5-2 against the spread this year. Big fan of that. And Auburn is 0-6 against the spreads with teams with winning records. Ole Miss being a team with a winning record. Lastly, I got USC at Oklahoma. And I thought since USC burned me last week, why not pick them this week? I looked at everything matchup-wise. USC should probably lose this game. But, 6.5 point spread, why not? Auburn's favored by 4, by the way. I don't think I mentioned that.
Mm-hmm.
But those are my 3 games. I really like my Ole Miss pick against Auburn. Auburn can't play defense, and Auburn can't really score any points. That offense has just been sputtering all year. I think the Gus Bus is down to about 2 wheels currently. I mean, Ole Miss has scored points and lots of them. I like him with an outright win. It's probably my most confident out of all my picks is that one. But I mean, the trend definitely is towards Ole Miss's favor. Every year that Auburn has won 10 or more games, they lose 8 or more, or they win 8 or less the following season. So I'm ready for them to start stacking up them L's. That's it's kind of where I'm at with that one. I don't know if you boys got any opinions on those three.
I think that if you were to pick some upsets, you pick some pretty good ones. I like the TCU pick. I think that Oklahoma's good, but not as good as everyone keeps talking about.
Yeah.
I think that TCU.
They're another team with a suspect defense,
Mhm.
and TCU can score points.
Yeah.
So not quite.
TCU's they're good. They played a really tough schedule. I mean, they came up short in a few big games. No, one of the bigger ones I thought was the Ohio State game. I thought they should have won that game.
Yeah,
But, I mean, they kind of fell apart late. But, I mean, I like those picks. I think hopefully you'll have a better week this week. But I think those are some pretty solid underdogs.
I didn't have the worst week, at least.
Well, Georgia's got a bye week, so I think you'll do fine.
I mean, Georgia's winning this week.
Who did they play?
The mighty bye.
Hmm?
The mighty bye.
Oh, sweet.
Jacksonville next weekend for the cocktail party, so looking forward to hopefully putting an ass whooping on them inbreds down in North Florida.
Yeah, you'd rather do that than go duck hunting, but understandable.
That's not duck season, so
All right, to football.
Let's get to Kevin Harvick now.
You know, that Penske team just didn't pull it off against that Stonehouse Racing this weekend. Good God.
That's a whole different topic.
Cam feels so uncomfortable. The only Yankee.
Do you see what Kurt Busch's neighbor gave him?
What?
A gas can. It said, "Here, Kurt, I thought you might need this."
That's alright, let's slide it over to the Cajun King right here.
Cajun King, wow.
Jacob, I actually picked all upsets this time. There wasn't, I mean, that's really what I wanted to go for. Starting off with Vanderbilt at Kentucky. Kentucky, of course, just lost, their first loss of the season. They came in strong, but, it had to happen eventually. They're favored by 11.5 as of now. I think Vanderbilt's a better team than everyone thinks. I think they held their own against Florida. They could have won against Florida.
Probably should have.
Lost by 10.
Next off, we have Minnesota at Nebraska. Nebraska, of course, hasn't won a single game the entire season. Scott,
Hey, game close.
what the hell are you doing?
Okay.
But-
You know what close counts in? Horseshoes and hand grenades.
Good one.
I
I want to give it to you. I wanted to let you say it.
Also, surprisingly, favored by 4.
They favored last week, too.
Yeah. I don't know why they keep favoring Nebraska.
Bro, they're
won.
going
Vegas trying to make it fair.
Yeah.
way they go winless this season.
And then finally,
They have to at least win one.
I have Stanford at Arizona State University. Stanford is favored by 2.5. I think that Stanford, all they
Thinking
have
STDU.
yeah, I think all Stanford has going for him is Bryce Love, and
He's been banged up.
my picks like that.
Oh, God.
I think all Stanford has is Bryce Love, and he's on and off the field again with injuries. What's going on with his knees? All screwed up.
He's been unhealthy all year,
Yeah.
and they really don't have much to that offense outside of Bryce.
Yeah.
Bryce definitely opens up the rest of the playbook. You can't run the ball. You can't really do anything else. Arizona State's not a bad team.
They've been known to pull off some upsets in the past.
And they're at home, too. That's in your favor. 2.5, I mean.
I think definitely the spread's not going to get covered.
It's going to be. I don't know. Hopefully that spread goes up for you. That's a really tight line right there. I like the Minnesota pick. Minnesota's been kind of solid this year.
A lot of people have been sleeping on Minnesota.
And then
They're holding their own.
Kentucky's going to slaughter Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt.
We'll see.
I mean, it's at Kentucky. You're asking. I mean, Vanderbilt has no fans.
That's
That
good.
Florida game was.
barely have athletes. I mean, reference one.
Oh, yeah. They'll throw them in there.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I hope you lose some games. I'd like to make my push to the front. Definitely don't want to lose. I think that sweater vest is going to look mighty nice on you, Bennett.
Oh, it'll look great.
gonna
It'll
look.
be great when you're
It'll
wearing
look great.
orange because that matches 3 different schools.
Oh, God damn it.
Tennessee, Auburn, and Florida.
I didn't even think about Florida. I forgot about them.
Yeah,
You'll be wearing all the right colors.
this is just great.
All right.
I believe it's the Canadian turn next.
So
And
I have another 3 upset games. So all my picks are upsets as well. First of all, we're sticking with the Mighty Ducks. We got Oregon against Washington State. Washington State is a 2-point favorite, even though Oregon is ranked whatever they're at now. Either way, it's ahead of Washington State. Although Washington State's number 1 in the Pac-12, whatever side they're on. I think it's the West, which would make sense. But Oregon's 3rd. But I mean, this is probably one of the closest, right?
yeah, I'm pretty sure it's in Arkansas.
All right, honestly, I don't know. Okay.
We're not up late enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going on till 3 in the morning.
Heck yeah, man.
Either way, this game is one of the tightest games stat-wise that I found looking into it. Both are scoring. Oregon's scoring 43 points a game compared to Washington State's 41.8. Defensively, Oregon's letting up 24.8 and Washington State's letting up 23.8. So they're really close. They're really kind of hand in hand. The biggest difference, which I think is going to be, is that Oregon is averaging 209.5 rushing yards per game. Washington State's only averaging 71. So, I mean, that run game's going to be huge. But then on top of that, Washington State is number 1 in pass defense. So they're really going to need to rely on that run game. And that's where I think it's really going to pay off for them. So I like Oregon, even though the game's at Washington State. But, so yeah, I like Oregon for that one. 2-point underdogs. So that's my first pick. My second pick, you guys all picked me for it.
Yeah.
Second, we have NC State against Clemson. This is
Stole my damn game.
Pretty sure all of us wanted that game.
Oh, I know all of us want. I mean, obviously, this is really one of the bigger games that NC State tends to lose. Clemson has won the past 6 against them, but they've always put up a big fight. Currently, Clemson has an 89.3% chance of winning this game, which I found to be kind of crazy considering the history of this. I wouldn't really say rivalry, but just
There's a large spread game that's typically pretty closely contested.
Yeah, Clemson's a 17-point favorite in this game. I don't know if that's really going to matter. I think Clemson's going to keep it really close. So, I mean, I like NC State against this spread. Although Clemson is currently ranked 3rd in total defense, really is going to cause a problem. Although that quarterback at NC State, Finley, he's an animal.
Finley is legit.
Oh, yeah.
Anyone says on that 4-letter network or some of those 3-lettered ones. Kid can play.
He's ranked 1st in the ACC in all categories of the passing category. So I mean he's headed all of those, and then his 2 top receivers is 1st in the ACC, and then the other one's 5th in the ACC in receptions. So I mean I like the Wolfpack in their passing game, even though Clemson's defense is pretty solid. I think NC State either is going to pull it up or at least keep them really close. So I like NC State for that game. Now lastly, this third pick.
Our whiteouts are cold.
Yeah,
NC State.
yeah, they are. Yeah, they are.
Sad Clemson, bud.
I said our whiteouts at NC State are cold.
You know what, Bennett? Have another drink.
All right.
haven't had any
All right. Next pick. So this last pick is just strictly spread. I have Illinois against Wisconsin. Illinois is a 25.5 point underdog. 25.5 points. So I'm picking Illinois. I mean, that's a lot of points. That's a lot of points to grab.
Not going to be
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd go with a 25-point spread even for Bama at this point.
I
Says the one who did it last week.
I tried to tell you. We all tried to tell you that
get it
Pitt
going,
was going to
boys.
keep it close.
Yeah.
Wisconsin is beyond me.
Well, the sign behind you explains it all.
Don't bet on your own team, especially if your team is Notre Dame.
But yeah, I definitely Well, no, I don't respect the decision to bet on the spread like that. That's you cheap little bastard. But yeah, you're probably gonna get that game. I watched a little clip on that 4-letter network. Former Georgia player was talking about it. I'll let you, the folks at home and y'all take a stab at which one. But definitely had some praise for Finley and just NC State as a whole and how they're being kind of overlooked, and Clemson has impressed me.
Yeah, he's struggled in big games. I mean, either way, his passing efficiency has been really good, but he just hasn't been able to produce in those big games, which has kind of hurt Clemson. So they kind of have to rely on their defense. So yeah,
Syracuse put some points on him.
Yeah, just what you get for letting your 4-year starter go. But what do you do about it?
A bunch of idiots.
And it really worked out for him, ain't it?
yeah.
Bennett, what you got? What are your 3 chopped liver picks?
Well, this week I decided to do my picks on how I vote, and that's conservatively, because I am not wearing no damn Ohio State sweater.
All right.
So
That's what you think.
to start things off, Tulsa, Arkansas. Spread is 7 in favor of Arkansas, so I'm going to go with Arkansas on this one. I believe that it's been long enough. We better win a damn game. Haven't been looking good. I thought we had a chance against Ole Miss last week, but
I did too.
yeah, we won't bring that one up.
We're up by 17.
That was a mistake.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's Arkansas, so you can never really tell, to be honest.
See, I mean, Tulsa definitely put up a fight on high school football night.
Yeah, Friday
against
night.
Houston. We sat there and watched that game. It was close to the end. I mean,
Yeah, and then
out their tail.
At the
Might
end.
be a
Got
little.
lucky.
Tulsa's played a couple teams close now. They
Yeah.
played USF close and they played Houston close. Both 2 better teams in the AC. But we'll see.
yeah, my next pick, I got Miami of Ohio Redhawks versus the Army Golden Knights.
Who? Who's a Miami?
University of Miami, and not the
Miami of Ohio.
in the lovely MAC.
Yes,
They're only good
sir.
at hockey, so
Great hockey school.
Ben, I don't know if you could hear my roommate there. Big Ben went to the Miami of Ohio.
Yes, sir. The only reason I've ever heard of Miami of Ohio. Big that man.
they are good at hockey for sure.
They're good at hockey.
But
Not very good.
it's a 7.5 point spread for Army. I'm gonna go with Army because
Option, baby.
A triple option for winning the game.
And Oklahoma couldn't defend it.
I was about
Watch
to say
out.
the same thing. They took Oklahoma to OT.
Army will come out.
bringing it back to Oklahoma has terrible defense.
Yeah, well.
Probably the same caliber about as Miami of Ohio.
Yeah.
Gotta love the
And they
schools, man.
piss off in about 20 minutes.
All.
Hopefully.
And then I actually had kind of a decent pick for my last pick. Mississippi State, LSU.
Go Tigers.
Oh. I wanted to take a game, but out of respect, I chose not to. Because when you get beat by 20, you just
Respect or fear?
You don't go attack.
I think that I'm going to go with LSU because if I'm not mistaken, this game is at LSU.
It is
It
in
is.
Death Valley.
And
Wait. You can now attest. How is
That is
that?
a loud, like, dude, there's no way to describe how loud that place was. Like, I still think I have hearing damage, and it's 4 days later.
well, I think that's a part because
They got overshadowed immediately.
they are very loud, and they played neck last week. So automatic, that's a win in my book this week.
Right there.
Automatic win. Let the band play next. Oh,
Right, we played in the third quarter.
It's a 6.5 point spread for LSU. I don't think they'll have any trouble covering that.
Mississippi State, I mean, did me justice 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
So,
Auburn.
What can you say?
But does that mean Mississippi State's good or Auburn's trash?
Auburn's definitely trash.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that.
And I said it before the season that Auburn was going to be bad, and I'm so happy I'm right. Jared Stidham sucks. He's not that good of a quarterback. Their offensive line's atrocious, and their defense sucks too. So, what are you going to do about it?
Lose to LSU 2 years in a
Does
row.
that bring us to the game of the week?
Game of the week, boys.
Hopefully it's a little closer than last week. I'd like it to be closer than last week. It'd be a lot cooler if they did.
all right.
Game of the week, I'll let the Big Ten boys take it away.
Go for it.
All right. Well,
Sweet. You want to head up?
we got Michigan and Michigan State.
Yes, sir. All right. Michigan State. So, Michigan, they have been playing a whole lot better. And I know this game usually it has worked in their favor considering this is going to be the 106th meeting for them. Michigan currently leads the series 69-36. But these past couple years haven't really worked out so well. I think Michigan's still upset about that 2015 loss on that block punt. I know I was very upset about that game, but they're going to – what was that?
Did you throw things?
He threw his khakis.
Michigan has been playing really well. They're really starting to gel.
You could do it. Can you get through it?
Yes. Their offense is really starting to gel together. They're starting to get the passing game going. And I know Michigan State had a big win last week, but they still do have a 10-point loss to Northwestern and also a loss to Arizona State. And Arizona State is a 3-3 team. They're a good 3-3 team. But I don't think Michigan State's really there yet. I know they had that big win, but I think Michigan pulls it out. Michigan's a 7-point favorite. I think they pull out the spread.
Well, Cam, I got to disagree with you a little bit. I know it's your team and special to you, and that's fine. But I think really it's going to be another matchup, as all these game of the week should be, is just whichever team wants it more. And Michigan State came off that big one against Penn State last week, and I think they're going to want it more than Michigan. But then again, you never know.
I'd have to agree with Zach on that one. I think rolling off that big win last week, Michigan State, I see them on top. And I know I'm going to piss a lot of people off by saying that, but oh well. I'm trying not to wear an Ohio State sweatshirt, so.
You probably still are. Yeah. Games in East Lansing.
Yeah, that's a little unfortunate.
Currently ranked, where are they, 7th? 7th. I believe they're 7th.
Michigan?
Yeah, Michigan's ranked 7th. They've only lost one game.
Everyone's talking down on Michigan right now, saying they're not that good. They're a one-loss team. One-loss team was to a good team.
One last team. 2 not so good losses by Sparty. Games in East Lansing at noon.
Ooh.
Noon kickoff, yeah.
Ooh.
Go green.
Yeah, go green.
I'm going to rep my father's alma mater here and take the Sparties. Michigan messed up and called Sparty little brother again, and that just hasn't gone their way the last 10 or so years. Michigan State's owned this game for about 10 years now. And Cam can probably attest to that being a Michigan fan. This has been Michigan State's game. They win Dan Antonio wins one game a year, and it's against Michigan. He has done his job. Give me Sparty +7. I like it. I like Michigan State by 3. Definitely in East Lansing in their favor. I don't know how much I trust Michigan yet.
Maybe Michigan will,
I don't know how much I trust them. And Sparty's got the ball rolling right now off a huge win.
Big one.
You can't deny how big that win is for a locker room, especially after losing a game by 10 to Northwestern. Give me Sparty. Give me Sparty. We're 3 against 1 here. That didn't work out well for the person last week. Yeah, Bennett.
Yeah, see, that's why you don't bet against LSU, Bennett.
So this is 2 weeks in a row we had Michigan for the game of the week.
No, we had the dogs last week.
Yeah, we had
Georgia LSU
I still have Michigan as one of my picks. Either way, Michigan has a hard schedule. All right, that Wisconsin game was big. You guys won't agree with me, but that was a big, tough game.
It was a good game.
College game day's game of the week. It was a good game. It was a pretty big stage.
They should have been in Louisiana.
I mean, they definitely should have been in Louisiana last week, but
Oh, yeah, definitely. But it is what it is. Michigan takes it.
It is what it is.
Team
Network hates the SEC.
they hate anyone not named Bama.
Yeah.
Or Ohio State.
Or Florida occasionally.
It's because Tim Tebow.
Yeah.
But we'll see how we stand if Bennett can get out of the goose egg he laid. The two top boys stay on top. And if I can find a way to just not have my teams lose in the fourth quarter. Till next week.
Yes, sir.
Stay drinking. Stay betting. See you next time. Woo. All right, boys.